Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Nandini Putri Mazriya from class 4C, and in this video I want to discuss about the 10 articles that I have read. This is about an article reviews for my extensive reading assignment. So let's move to the video. Okay guys, so this is my presentation about the article reviews. What will we discuss here is the first one is the reviews. I want to explain about the article that I have read in this presentation. And then about the correlation, I want to explain about the correlation from each article one to another. Okay, next, the title of the articles. So there are 10 articles. Number 1 is using podcasts to support learners' positive attitude to listening comprehension in TOEFL. Number 2, using podcasts for EFL students in language learning. Number 3, using podcasts to improve listening and speaking skills. Number 4, the use of films in teaching of English as a foreign language. Number 5, a study of listening skills through movie. Number 6, videos in teaching listening. Number 7, role of videos as a teaching media to improve students' listening skills. Number 8, effects of adding subtitles to video via apps on developing EFL students' listening comprehension. Number 9, using songs to promote the effective domain in learning listening of EFL students. And number 10, teaching English vocabulary using songs. Okay, let's get started. The first one is using podcasts to support learners' positive attitude to listening comprehension in TOEFL. So this article is written by Bozena Horvatova and Katarina Kristofovitsova. And the main discussion of this article is to find out how the internet-based resources or podcasts affects listening comprehension of learners at the lower secondary school level. And as a result of this research is the application of the action research so that podcasts integrated in the class at all listening stage help develop listening comprehension of learners. Okay, next is using podcasts for EFL students in language learning. This article is written by Dian Indasari. The main discussion is to introduce podcast as a tool for developing language skill. Podcast as a tool has the power to motivate students in learning English. So as the result of this research is podcast can increase language ability, especially in the listening skill. Furthermore, podcast can motivate students in learning language. Teachers are recommended to use podcasts as an interesting technological tool to support language learning for Indonesian students. Okay, next. Using podcasts to improve listening and speaking skills. So here is the tool is still podcast, but the skill that want to improve is listening and speaking. This article is written by Retno Setia Budiasningrum and Rahmi Rosita. The main discussion of this article is how podcasts are helpful for foreign language learners to improve their listening and speaking skills, recommending using podcasts as learning support in improving listening and speaking skills. And the result of this article is podcasts could be an alternative and innovative computer-based learning tool that might improve the students' understanding and achievement in listening and speaking. With this media, with podcasts, learners can experience fun learning that leads them to positive perceptions towards the use of podcasts in learning English listening and speaking. Next, the use of films in the teaching of English as a foreign language. So after podcasts, this is the use of films for teaching. This is written by Estefania Sanchez Unon, Pedro Antonio Veras Mora, and Fonsanta Monroy Hernandez. The main discussion of this article is the role of films in teaching English in EFL classroom. the guide for English teacher to implement classroom with movies, and the impact of cinema-based EFL on students' learning. And as the result of this research is the use of cinema has multiple effects on EFL students' learning, which can be divided into linguistic, intercultural, and motivational benefits. The benefit of the villain-based approach, which has been explored the most in this field, is the improvement of the four language skills, followed by vocabulary learning, development of intercultural consciousness, critical thinking ability, and depiction of authentic language. Okay, next, a study of listening skills through movie. This is written by Yafnil Afifusalam, Randall Stari, and Ranciu Angelia. The main discussion of this article is the importance of listening skills and how is the impact of a movie on students' listening skills. And as a result of this article, it shows that by watching movies, the student can be learn how to pronounce the word correctly and clearly. Useful the expression thought that movies get the new vocabularies, also learn about grammar. So, movie is very helpful for listening skills. Okay, next, videos in teaching listening. This article is written by Marisatul Hasanah. The main discussion is explore the benefits and impact of using video-based learning in the classroom to teach listening. The result of this article shows that video play its roles well in enhancing students' listening skills. Yet another innovation in using videos in teaching listening were really expected to be investigated for future studies. Okay, next. Role of videos as a teaching media to improve students' listening skills. This article is written by Niko Mangtrilokanita, Niwayan Monikrisma Dewi, and Luhmila Trisna Dewi. The main discussion of this article is to find out the role of video and a teaching media to improve students' listening skills and to describe how the use of video as a teaching media influences students' motivation during the listening class. And the result of this research is, based on the research, the writers would like to suggest the teachers who has problem in teaching listening skills to use video as a teaching media instead of using audio only, because video is one of the best teaching media that can be used by a teacher. Next is effects of adding subtitles to video via apps on developing EFL students' listening comprehension. This is written by Turaya Alapsi. The main discussion is assess the impact of adding text to videos on English as a foreign language or EFL learners' listening comprehension. And as the result of this research is the empirical investigation approach of current study has proven that the act of allowing students to create captions for videos enables them to successfully answer teachers' questions. So, by adding subtitles to video is really helpful. It's really helped the students to answer the teacher's question during the listening comprehension. Next, using songs to promote the effective domain in learning listening of EFL students. This is written by Melissa Tegi Kamaya Sulfianti and Arifin Shamaun. I'm sorry if there is a miss or incorrect pronounce in the name. So, the main discussion of this article is to discover how songs can be used to promote students' effective domain in listening class activities. And the result of this article is students' motivation increase and some positive attitude towards using song in English language learning, such as how students have more fun, happy, and motivated during the learning process. Next, teaching English vocabulary using song. This is written by Niwayan Satri Adnyani and A.A.I. Bulan Fitria Dewi. The main discussion of this article is the teaching strategies to enhance students' vocabulary using English song and describing the use of English song and teaching English vocabulary for students. As a result of this article is songs can be used as a valuable teaching and learning tool. Using songs as tasks might be one way of helping transfer words from songs into use and maximize the potential of songs as teaching and learning tools. So, in this slide, I will explain to you guys about the correlation of each part. The first one in article 1 to 3, as I have explained before, it used podcast. So in article 1 to 3 are use podcast as the learning method to increase listening and speaking skills. Second, in the article 4 to 8 are using films, movie, or video and adding subtitles to teaching and improve listening skills. So, besides using podcast to teach and improve listening skills can be using films, movie, or video and adding subtitles. And the third, the last one, in article 9 to 10, are both using songs as tool to teach and learn listening and vocabulary. So they both using songs as tool, but the skills are different. The first one is using songs as learning listening, and the second one, the last one, is for vocabulary as a vocabulary tool. Okay, so this is the last slide of this presentation. Thank you so much everyone for watching, and I hope this video will be useful and helpful for you guys. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.